Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I felt like doing a cryptic crossword today, so I dove into the New York Times archive. We're doing one from January 2019. They don't release very many, but they've been releasing them for a long time, so as long as you can time travel, there's kind of always one around. A reminder for those of you who are familiar with regular crosswords, or I'm sorry, American crosswords, but not the cryptic. The idea here is that each clue gives you the answer twice. There's kind of some invisible divider somewhere in the middle of the clue. One side of it gives you the clue as like the answer as a very oblique definition usually, and the other side gives it to you as wordplay somehow. You don't know which side is which, but you want to figure it out. So anyway, I'm like mediocre at these. Getting through half of the clues would be an achievement, but I will eventually get stuck and start asking for help. So, debut of oven with things for cooking fruit. Well, the debut of oven is O. The letter O is the debut letter in the word oven. With things for cooking. So maybe we're looking for a fruit that starts with O? Yes, oranges, because ranges are things for cooking, and if you combine those with the debut of oven, you would get fruit. Oh, let's work on the ones I already have crosses for. Perform better than Trump, finally cutting expense. Okay, so I'm not sure if Trump finally cutting, it could mean the final letter of Trump, which would be P, or it could be the final letter of cutting, which would be G. Out. Okay, well, perform better than something is to out something them, right? Outplay, perhaps? Out. Okay, so then we would have, if perform better than were the definition, then Trump finally cutting expense would be the wordplay, and I don't really see how that could work. Outdo, I guess, is perform better than. Okay, and then we would need two more letters that are somehow related to, like... No, I don't understand. All right. Bloodline found in Kenya or Tanzania? Question mark. Found in often indicates that you're supposed to find like 5 connected letters. Yes. In the rest of the clues. So here, these 5 letters are aorta, which is sort of a bloodline. A line through which blood passes. Guard paid attention was brilliant. No idea. Engineer takes CD, having fixed the deck. So also punctuation here is not required to be helpful. This is often misleading. So I don't know. Engineer. What are some short words for engineer? Because, like, I don't know, takes CD, you might imagine, like, adding the letters CD into something that means engineer, perhaps. Sun roof is not really a deck. Like a patio you can go out to get sun is a deck, but I don't see how you could start this with sun and have it be anything good. Anything here? Stop bug going around North America. Well, a virus is a bug. but which I mentioned because there's like VIR US kind of fits here. Also, North America, you could maybe fill in US for that, but I don't think so. And like around North America kind of looks like a wordplay thing. Like maybe some letters that mean North America are surrounded by some letters meaning going, for example. Stop bug. Stop. I don't know. Alright, let's look at this 5 across. Weld together houses, I grunt. It doesn't seem like a good plan. Houses should generally not be welded together. I grunt. I have no idea. Some keep an elaborate kind of truck. An elaborate kind of truck. Maybe it's hard to see how to split this except by like this, right? An elaborate kind of truck could be the definition. A dolly, perhaps? It's not really a truck, I don't think. But like, I mean, some keep also kind of makes sense as the word, as the definition. And so one of the things they can do sometimes is just give you two halves that are the definition. Like some keep, you could maybe be the name of a famous castle you could write there. And if there were also an elaborate kind of truck with the same name, that would be allowed. I don't know though. Let's look at some downs here. I don't know. Let's just keep working on the crosses since I do have this A here. We looked at this, right? Yeah. Minimal tips from lawyer, even after successful trial. Minimal tips from lawyer. After kind of looks like part of the wordplay, right? Don't know. Most pleasant relatives listed in new order. Ah, I bet most pleasant is the definition, and relatives, which is a 9-letter word, is being listed in a new order, i.e. being rearranged. And then it would end with IEST, right? And we would just have most pleasant RLAVE. RLAVE. How the heck does that come to mean most pleasant? Like, I'm looking at that, right? Valerius. Elavorous. Oh, maybe the I is not there. Maybe it's EST. Okay. Oops, there should be an L in here somewhere. So varialist. Most pleasant doesn't have to mean like superlatively pleasant. It could just mean, oh, how it's most pleasant, right? Like it's very pleasant, perhaps. It doesn't have to mean like more pleasant than anything else. So it doesn't have to end with est, but it seems like the most obvious thing, right? Reveal? This bugs me. Huh, I don't know. I'll leave the EST in. I'm pretty sure that's right. Wanted 52-week study to be over. Yearned? Yearned is wanted. Year is a 52-week. I'm not sure what study to be over, why that's NED. But I guess in some sense, like, maybe to be over is telling me about backwardsness. Like, a den is a study, and to be over... Okay, I guess it could mean to write it backwards. I have this Y here. Outplay? I did suggest that, right? I don't totally understand why. Trump finally is P. Cutting expense. Overlay? Cutting expense. Is there some word for expense that we could remove to make this make sense? I don't know. Still not much idea with this. The D at the end here is kind of exciting. It suggests it might end with an E. Still don't really have any ideas though. Unusually precise instructions. Okay, this has to be like a double definition somehow, right? There's like no wordplay to be found anywhere. So unusually precise. Detailed? Details? That seems okay. Details are, in a sense, unusually precise. And instructions, I don't know about this. Let's pencil this in, actually. And in some sense, like, I don't know, an instruction is kind of a detail? Maybe not. More serious renters having repairs done. More serious might be part of the definition, or not. Don't know. Friend returns, but, well, actually, let's work on these since I have some crosses I sort of like. Hotelier, is that hotelier? How do you pronounce that? It should be hotelier in like French, right? Hotelier. I'm terrible at French. How do you pronounce this? That's the American pronunciation. Okay, in American you say hotelier. Now tell me British. Hotelia. Okay, I don't know. The French people would like Elier. There's a practice button on the... Wow. Google's pronunciation has gained a button where you can press the button and then say it and it'll like listen to you saying it and tell you how well you're doing, apparently. Anyway, near the center has a quick look the other way. 9, and it's only one word, so it's not like, you know, the first and last name of a famous hotel owner. It could be, you know, a single name that's quite long for a famous hotelier. But okay, look the other way. So that looks kind of like wordplay. The other way meaning backwards. A word for look could be see or peek or peer. And if that came at the end of the word, I don't know. And then it could end like K-E-E-P if it were peek backwards. Because a quick look is kind of a peep or a peek. Yeah. I don't know. Tells story about Starbucks products. Not true. I mean, Starbucks products are lattes. That doesn't fit. But it's close. Also coffees. Not true. Obviously false is what that is. One thing that could mean. It could be lie. But like tells story about. About could mean around, but it also could be part of tells story about. Like regales is kind of a 7-letter word that means tells story, sort of. But doesn't fit with the rest of the information we have. Well, let's look at these downs. Love what is shared after a party. What's shared after a party? Adoration is love. So is adulation. So you could spell that. Does this somehow... Well, a party, they sometimes want you to say do. A do is a party. And a party could be a do. Ration, I guess a ration is shared in a way. Okay, sure. Many Scandinavian women 007 has left with directions. Blondes? Many Scandinavian women are blondes. 007 has left. Well, Bond is 007. Left means L, and Bond has the L. With directions, east and south are directions. Okay. God, cryptics are the worst. Initially, skipper logs rest. Well, initially... usually means to like, it could mean the beginning of a word, but often it means like to look at the beginning of several words, the first letter of several words, and take those and put them somewhere. Here that doesn't seem possible. Skip is the initially skipper maybe, or ski even? I don't know. NBA and NFL players combined material for a book. Binding is material for a book in a way. But I don't know what that has to do with NBA and NFL players. Bin and Ding? Are those... Like, who the heck is Ding Loren? That's a name that is in my head, but I don't know who it is. It's a Chinese chess grandmaster. That's why, yes, I watch chess videos on YouTube. Okay, but there could be a person named Bin and a person named Ding. It could happen. Okay, I don't know. UN teaches eccentric singer. Oh, what's an eccentric singer? It could be like a diva or a prima donna. State drops rule. What is a rule? Don't know. Keep track of large lizard. Large lizard. A Komodo dragon is a large lizard, or an iguana? But I like adoration a lot. I mean, I guess it could be sort of different, maybe. Like, I don't know. Love is adoration. I find it hard to get rid of this. Now that we have blondes here as well. Picture that explains weight after help rejected. Whew. So it's a mouthful. Help rejected. I'm good. Picture that explains. What is a picture that explains? A diagram? Weight is a gram. Let's write that in and see if there's some reason for it to be right. So a picture that explains. That's a diagram. Oh, it is. Look at this. I didn't know rejected could mean right backwards. A gram is a weight. Oops. And it's coming after help, i.e. aid, being rejected, i.e. sent backwards. Whew. These things are always bizarre. Gets hard to control pet gatherings by the sea. Gets hard to control could be a definition. You know, snowballs, for example, you might idiomatically say means gets hard to control, although I don't know if they're allowed to use idioms like that. Gatherings by the sea? The thing is, I can't figure out like how gets could be part of the wordplay. Because it comes at the beginning. It doesn't say what gets something. Right? Gets could be a way to add a letter into another word. But it would be like, you know, pig gets hard to control. And you'd be like, okay, I'll put something meaning hard inside or next to something meaning pig. But just at the beginning, it's very weird. Also, just like gets hard, as in being like cements, could be, you know, we could be looking at that as the definition, but also gatherings by the sea. There could be some gatherings that happen by the sea, or maybe even just by the sea could be the definition. I don't know. It's a tough one. I mean, this ends with R now? I don't know. How about this M? It mends poor attitude. So this is a two-word combo, 4-letter word, then a 3-letter word. It mends. There's a lot of things that mend. Poor attitude. Don't know. Support popular seat of knowledge. Don't know. Power failures don't have to interrupt fights. So in a previous cryptic, we saw that a power failure was an outage. So it could be outages. Maybe they're blackouts? That actually fits, right? So does that make sense with the wordplay? Can I get it to make sense? Interrupt fights while KOs are fights in a way. Don't have to. Don't have to. Like remove to from something. I think blackouts is pretty good. I just don't understand why. Oh, don't have is lack. And bouts are fights. Got it. So don't have is interrupting fights. So we say don't have to interrupt fights. Okay. Initially, skipper logs rest. I don't know. Very determined defense I heard collapsed. Okay, so heard often indicates you're supposed to mishear, like use a homophone for something. Like maybe collapsed. It's hard to even think of an example. Like, okay, an example could be will. WILL. If you could mishear that as like will, as in will go to the store, WE''LL. And so heard is probably signaling to me that I'm supposed to use a homophone for one of the words in here somewhere. Defense I heard. Very determined. Defense I heard collapsed. Collapsed could be like fell. I don't know. But yeah, getting blackouts didn't really help. It mends poor attitude. Attitude. I don't know. Pie or ice cream to leave in the mouth? These are desserts? Oh, that sounds good, because to leave is dessert. Yes, okay, so I guess in the mouth is some sort of another mishearing indicator, right? Pie or ice cream is a dessert, and to leave, you would say dessert, but you might mishear it as dessert. Get it? Attitude. A mindset is an attitude. It mends poor? Oh gosh, poor is the anagram indicator telling me to rearrange the letters of it mends? Alright. Support popular seat of knowledge. Support. Popular seat of knowledge. I don't know. Mistreat us when entering Lincoln. Well, Lincoln's in Nebraska. Or it's Abe. Yes, abuse is to mistreat. And here we have US entering Lincoln. Popular seat of knowledge. Seat of knowledge is the brain, right? And a bra is a support. Where does the IN come from? Popular? Means IN? How? I want to figure out what the hell's going on with this. Popular, IN, in. Oh, like the in group at school is the popular group. Okay. Got it. So what do I have for this now? I mean, this almost has to be an E, right? Clam bakes? They're kind of gatherings by the sea, right? Gets hard to control. Pet. A lamb. I see lamb and cakes, but I don't see how those relate to the clue. Huh. Collapsed. Unusually precise instructions. We now know there's a C here, so it's not details. I don't know. All right, let's see if there's any downs we haven't looked at yet. Out. I just think this has to be outplay. I just don't understand why. This could be an E, N-E-D, and it's a past tense. Still no idea on that engineer takes CD stuff. Don't know that. Friend returns before the Spanish spot where one's name may be seen. Oh, that's a lot of words for a 5-letter clue. Friend returns before the Spanish. Aha, it's your lapel. That's a spot where one's name may be seen. In Spanish, L is the Spanish is L, and your friend is your pal, written backwards is your lapel, or is your lap, and then we have the L from... Tell story about Star... We still don't know this. Don't know this either. Or that. Principle, whichever way you look at it. Tenet? A principle is a tenet, and it is something that's the same whichever way you look at it. I'm not totally convinced they're allowed to clue it that way, but okay. It's a bit weird. State drops rule. Could this be union somehow? I blank N, like, can't be that many things. I don't know. Well, that was all the clues we haven't seen yet. UN teaches eccentric singer. Don't know. Could this be Die Hard? Ah, it is. Why? Very determined means Die Hard. That makes sense. Defense, I heard, collapsed. I don't understand this clue. Very determined is Die Hard. Defense, oh, I see. I had completely misunderstood the wordplay. D is defense, like offense versus defensive line. You have the D line. I is the letter I, and then heard, collapsed, i.e. it just fell all over itself and was written in the wrong order, would be E hard. Sadly, all that gives me is a letter here, which... Oh, wait a minute. How many letters are in UN teaches? There are 9, right? And if we wrote them eccentrically, maybe we could get the name of the singer? Let me just, like... see if I can get you guys... Yeah, so we have UN teaches, right? And we want to anagram this to be a singer. Boy, I don't know enough singers. We kind of think it's blank blank A, blank T, blank blank E. And that would leave us with this. Sean, maybe? It could begin with Sean? Actually, it's pretty hard. Where does the last E go? Because we only get one more vowel to put in here. If we like put it here, there's not going to be a space between the T and the E. And it's really hard to fit 2 consonants from this set. Oh, there's a U. I'm sorry. So we have 2 vowels. Tune. What if I did that? I don't quite know how this could be a singer, but... Also, I have too many letters, don't I? No. I don't have enough blanks. Oh, there were 3 blanks between the T and the E. The tense? I mean, it doesn't seem great. Shoutens? Hochtens? Hochtens? I don't know. We have this idea that there might be an N here, but that's not really that appealing. State drops rule. Don't know. Now we have a T here now. A monitor is a large lizard. Monitor lizard. Initially skips log's rest. Slumber is a kind of rest. And logs are lumber, and initially skipper is the letter S. Okay, we got this U in. And we have now an M for this. Oh, a team? Players combined, okay. But it's a single word. They're not like a ball team. NBA and NFL, players combined. Oh, players combined are a team. So maybe NBA and NFL are somehow together, these 2 things. I don't know. These 3 letters, I mean. But it's still like material for a book? Oh, it doesn't have to be like the physical material. It could be like your research or something. Like the plot is kind of material for the book. State drops rule. E-main. No, it's M-E-N. Alien? If I were wrong about team, maybe? I mean, I could be wrong about tenet, but we got that T independently of realizing that it seems to be UN teaches, right? So I sort of like that letter. Oh, and it gave us monitor as well. Yeah, so tenet seems pretty good. So let's get back to this one. UN teaches, right? And the pattern we now have is blank blank A, blank T, blank U, blank E. We need to get rid of a U, a T, an E, and A. What? Now there really is only one vowel, and it kind of has to go up. Well, I was going to say it has to go here, but actually C-H-A is, or S-H-A? And chant is a kind of singer? Or it's a song, right? So what if we did that? We could have chant like this. Chanteuse? Is that a word for singer? Like that? I'm gonna look that one up here just for... Oh my gosh, I looked it up and it's a female singer of popular songs, especially in a nightclub. Wow, I'm so smart. I don't mind looking stuff up for a cryptic. Like, I don't want to look up definitions of, like, I don't know. For, like, following up on hunches where it's like there's just something I don't know. And also, typically in like, for example, a popular UK cryptic, it'll tell you like what dictionary they're using for their definitions. And I think looking stuff up is generally considered okay. So anyway, NBA player, NBA and NFL players combined. I don't understand. How is this team and how is it not team? They're both wrong. Did we look at this P yet? Not really. Some keep an elaborate kind of truck. Also, there's this L, which works with this relatives idea, right? So maybe back to anagram land. We have, accidentally, where's, hello, I can't, my window's a little weird, sorry. So we have relatives, and we think it ends EST, and there's also an L here, which would kind of require an I for the EST suffix to work, right? And we don't need the L. Raveliist? Ravel is a kind, well, revel is a party, but it's not pleasant. Vera? I mean, there's only like 12 ways to rearrange these letters, right? I can actually just write them all out and see if any of them make sense. We could pick the R first. And if we did, we could, so there's R-E-A-V. Or we could write R-A-E-V, or we could write, this is not a good way to enumerate things. Let's do it alphabetically. A-E-R-V. And then we could A-R-E-V. Arevliest doesn't seem very good. Are they 12 or 24? 4 times 3 times 2. Oh, there are 24. So really what you should do if you're going to enumerate them is AE, all the AEs first. AERV, AEVR. That's all of those. Now AR, do all the ARs. We get AREV, ARVE. Areveliest. Doesn't seem very good. Then all the AEs and the ARs. Now we could do AV, Averliest. I don't think so. AVRE, Avreliest, doesn't seem right to me. And lastly, we could do the That's all the A's, right? That's the A starts? Yeah, there are 6 here, and we've done a quarter of our 24, so we definitely have all the A's. So if we did E first. E-A-R-V, earliest. I mean, it seems like the V can't be last, but I don't know, let's just in case. Or we could do E-A-V-R, earliest, seems awful. That's all the EAs. We do E-R-A-V, eravliest is awful. Ervaliest? I don't know that as a word, but I guess it could be one. And last, we could do an E-V-A-R or E-V-R-A. Evarliest? Doesn't seem right. Halfway through. I know it's a slog, but, you know, whatever. R-A-E-V doesn't seem good. R-A-V-E, Raveliest, seems like the best I've got. Let's just kind of pencil that in, Raveliest. I don't know what the heck. East, thank you. Or we do we've done all the R-A's, so it would be R-E-A-V, Revliest, seems terrible. R-E-V-A, Rivaliest, doesn't seem right. R-V, these are both awful. And last we could do V-A-E-R, no, V-A-R-E, Vireliest. I don't know what that means either. But maybe it's a word. V-E-A-R, Virliest, not aware of that meaning anything. V-E-R-A, Viraliest. Don't know that as a word. It seems even less likely than the other two. And then we have VRs, which all suck. So we've looked at all 24, and none of them are very good at all. But Reveliest is kind of our best guess, and in both cases the A and the E were placed. Sadly, that doesn't really help, because they're placed here, where they don't cross anything. Oh, sorry. Here. I don't know. What if... Oh, what if I've been reading this wrong? What if we were to put listed in, like write listed in, but in a new order, and then that would describe most pleasant relatives somehow? Because listed in is also... No, it's only 8 letters. I don't know. This P, elaborate kind of truck, some keep. Don't know. Oh, minimal could be least. Tips from, yes, L-E-A-S. Take the tips from those 5 words. Got it. It's making outplay look better. This is looking like I should be able to figure this out, right? Guard, paid attention. Glistened? Guard is G? Oh, like a defensive guard or something? Another football thing? And listened means paid attention, and glistened, something glistening is kind of brilliant, as in being bright, sparkling. Stop. Stop bug. This is from early 2019, so the bug can't be like a COVID-19 thing. I'm looking at these letters and I'm like, tarnished fits. I have no idea why that would be correct. I don't think it is correct. But terminated? Terminate means stop. Okay. And a termite is a bug, and you write that around NA for North America. All right. Doing amazingly well on this one. I don't dare to dream, but we've like only got a few more. We could get the whole thing. I think we can happily put out play here now. Still don't totally know why it works. Perform better than is outplay. Trump finally could just be a P. Ah, yes, the final letter of Trump is a P, and it's cutting expenses, which are an outlay. I see. I even had outlay in my mind as like a word for expenses at some point. I don't remember if I said it out loud, but I was trying to fit it after the P. I didn't think of cutting as meaning to put something in the middle of. Engineer takes CD. Scanned? Doesn't make any sense. Snapped? Steamed? Like an engineer on a train? A steam train kind of thing? Steam. But there's not even a C. What about scammed? That's like kind of fixed, right? And there's a C and a D in it? Or scalded or something? So maybe we're looking for a 5-letter word for engineer, S-A, and then 3 letters. Fixed the deck. Oh, like to rig a deck in like a game of cards, maybe. What would you call that? Stacked. Stacked. You stack the deck. Okay. Does this make sense? We have a C and a D. Our word for engineer is stake. Engineer takes. To rearrange the letters in takes. Everything's an anagram indicator. I hate it. To re-engineer the letters in takes, you could get stake. And CD. Engineer takes CD, I see. So you rearrange all of these letters by engineering them. And then having fixed the deck could be stacked, I guess. This K is extremely surprising. Because it means it's not an anagram. There's no K anywhere in here. Kindliest? That seems right. Why does it all work? Most pleasant is kindliest. Relatives are kin. And listed is in a new order here. Okay. More serious renters having repairs done. Oh, you know what? I bet having repairs done is an indicator of an anagram for renters. Let me have more serious. Sterner. Okay. That means more serious. Weld together houses, I grunt. I don't think I grunt is telling me to like mishear something. It is like a sound you make with your mouth, but... How about this R? Unusually precise. Instructions. It's not recants. It's not records. But it seems like it's probably an E, right? Recites? Oh, it could be unusually and then precise instructions could be the definition. I mean, okay, we think it's two definition parts, but I don't know which half precise goes into. Unusually precise or precise instructions. We could put a P here. Spole. Splatter. Weld together houses. Weld together is kind of, it could be a definition part, and then houses, I grunt. I keep wanting to say saloons, but I don't know. I don't see any reason why that's right. It could very well end with an S, though. No. Weld together. Could that be splices? It's the wrong tense is the problem. Also, I don't see how houses I grunt could be splices either. This P thing is bugging me. I feel like I should be able to get something here. Some keep. An elaborate kind of truck. I don't know. Unusually precise. I should get this one too, right? It doesn't have to be an E. It could be any vowel. An A. Race. Rack. Rectors? Those are like people who... What does rector mean anyway? Like a person who writes? A member of the clergy who has charge of a parish, or the head of certain universities, colleges, and schools. I wasn't too far away. But it doesn't, at any rate, it doesn't mean any of this. Unusually precise instructions. I also still don't know why this one is right. Gets hard to control pet gatherings. Gets hard to control pet, rather. Gatherings by the sea or clam bakes, that's fine. Just don't get it. Hotelier near the center. Has a quick look the other way. Oh, something keeper. I talked about how peek is a quick look, backwards is keep. And if that were near the center, something you had, a quick look the other way. A beekeeper? The thing is... no, hang on. I'm getting closer, I think. So, the center has a quick look the other way. Or actually, it could just be has a quick look the other way is in the middle. So that all accounts for keep. And then I have hotelier is probably the definition. And I have to put near the center around the word keep. And I have 5 letters, ends with ER, basically, right? Near the center. It ends with ER. So it's probably not like an adjective meaning near the center, because then it would wouldn't end with ER. That would be more of a comparative adjective, nearer the center, for example. So it should be a noun that is traditionally something near the center of something. And it can't be be, because then our near the center thing would be B-E-E-R. I mean, you never get 3 E's in a row in English. In the same word, anyway. Okay, but we have a P now, right? What? Oh no! The wordplay, unusually precise. Rearrange the letters in precise and get something that means instructions. Recipes are instructions. Now we have this TS. T blank S to end a word. It almost has to be an E, doesn't it? I don't know. I guess it has to be a vowel. But there's like no consonants that can go between a T and an S, are there? H, I guess. We can't quite fit baristas, even though there's a Starbucks thing. Tell a story about. Could this be recites? doesn't really mean... Doesn't exactly mean tells story. But, okay, recites does mean tells, I guess. If you recite a story, you tell the story. Okay, so can we make the rest of the wordplay work then? If we had story about Starbucks products. Oh, also, what the heck is not true doing at all? It doesn't do anything, right? But maybe we could fit lie in there somehow? It's hard to see how you could possibly write false in, right? And the only other, like, not true could mean fib or lie. Oh, I'm so close. Weld together houses. Solidify is too long. Solders? That's weld together, right? Does this make any sense? Houses, I grunt. Even if you were supposed to mishear solders, I don't know how it could ever mean something that's similar to houses. But okay, like, does this idea give us something? And soldering isn't exactly welding, is it? I'm not really an expert on either of those things. End keeper. I don't know. Sadly, I think I'm going to have to ask for help here. I'm just not going to get these last few words without some tips. Okay, this isn't team, which makes sense. Really? S-O-L-D was right, but it wasn't solders? Like, the only other word that starts this way is soldier, right? But, like, why is it soldier? What? Okay, a grunt could be a soldier. An innkeeper is a hotelier, I see. This is looking like recites. Oh, no, you know what, though? A Pan Am is some kind of old car. It might be a kind of truck. What does it have to do with some keep? I don't know. But, like, what the hell is soldier? Weld. It could be solder. Yeah, weld together, it could be solder. I don't understand what houses. Like, and we could put the I in. Oh! Weld together, meaning solder, houses the letter I in it. Soldier. I see. Material for a book. I don't understand this. Back. Nam. Well, this now could be alien, but we have A-A-M? I guess it could be, players' names, sure. But then it would still have to be material for a book, which makes little sense. State drops rule. I just like, I don't know, guys. Panic? It's not really a kind of truck, is it? I'm still looking at like recites. Is this recites? No. Relates? Ah, yes, I see. Because to tell story about is relates, sure. If you relate the facts, you tell a story about them. Starbucks products are lattes. Oh no, tell story is relates. About in regard to. Lattes are Starbucks products, but you take away the T for true, getting lates. I see. Panel? Why is that an elaborate kind of truck? I don't see what else it could be, though. P blank N blank L? Pan Al? What letter is this? It's a panel. I don't understand how any part of this works. An EL? Oh, panel goes there. Oops. Some of the letters in keep elaborate is panel. And then kind of truck. What the hell's a panel truck? Oh, it's a really old kind of car. It's a small delivery truck with a fully enclosed body. I gotta show you guys this. This is a panel. These are panel trucks. Okay. Well, I learned something here. I'm baffled about this. Is this alien? It makes no sense for the cross, but it's not. Okay. And I thought it might be Union as well. But maybe it's a ream? Use reams of paper for books? No? Okay, what is this letter then? R. Oh, rule is a rain. State drops. I still don't understand how the wordplay part works. Is Niger a state, and then maybe drops somehow means we're supposed to rearrange it? That doesn't seem very good to me. I'm still totally clueless on this, though. Backram? Bikram? Bakram? Buckram? Buckram. Okay, so NBA and NFL players, I guess Buck and Ram, that's fine. But what the hell? Material for a book is Buckram? Buckram is a stiff cotton, occasionally linen or horsehair cloth, with a loose weave, often muslin. And you use this for books. Huh. Okay. Well, honestly, a great performance. I'm very happy with how this puzzle turned out, even though I didn't quite get to the end. I was only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words off, which is way better than I hoped to do. Yeah, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this cryptic crossword. They are definitely a mental workout for me, and I suspect for many of you as well, if you ever give them a try. Anyway, that's all for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.